Onafu Michelle Masanso Aji Akonya ha Ghana active so and the Speaker of Parliament Alban Bagbin was sending word of caution. I answered the Democratic Prince say warning say Sema AG to Honorable James Quayson&AG MP elect was not our best way in seminar. The way AG didn't no reference or she say one year one year if you because they all can say already or can't send the other two judges for no almost in some way I got with a kind to say and word for pound or they can't sure so maybe the cheap yanko a run out of a cassan say about
let's get all the issues going. We have an insight from the speaker, came by Media General, met the group chief executive Beatrice Ajimine, as well as other officials, including the group chief operating officer, and it was quite an enlightening conversation, but he had some great observations to make, including what we're about to focus now.
A fresh MP, and I have to go and swear him in to start his work, in spite of the fact that the same thing I complain about is still happening. They are chasing after him and trying to prosecute him, even though we know that even in that respect that they are talking about, there are many more of us who have the same thing, but they are not being prosecuted. That is the country we are in, and we need to bring this out. Once you have selective justice, you never have peace. Once you have justice, there will definitely be peace, where everybody matters, and therefore you work together. Why you say I don't matter, then you too, you don't matter. And then that's a conflict situation. And so we need to look at this together. And I believe that after we sworn in a member, we still get our hang parliament 137, 137.
Well, so we're here to do the discussions and ßREAK. Yeah. It looks like the speaker is invariably saying the gentleman is being hounded. It's very selective, making him appear in court every day. And of course, it's the Attorney General, right? The Minister of Justice. At the end of the day, it's a political, judicial position. What do you say to that?
Yeah, thank you very much. Let me take this opportunity to say good morning to our cherished viewers. Good morning to the President, Nana Donko Akufo-Addo, and the Vice President, and all members of the MPP fraternity. Yeah, I listened to the speaker. I think that he's speaking his mind. He has the right to speak his mind. And as to whether his right is the right thing, is another thing. Just as he has his right, the court of law also has right to choose days for which cases will be heard. He is saying that it is discriminatory. But I, by what he is saying, have not understood him well. And I'm sure he's not saying that they are wrong. In trial, the court can decide any day, even including weekends, including Sundays and whatever. The court is normally open, except when they are in legal vacation. Even now, even when they are legal vacation, you can still go and file your cases and all that. So I don't get it, especially as he is the number 3 gentleman of the land. I'm sure people are saying, or he himself is saying that he is not number 3 now, that he can be equated to the president. So I don't get...
What are you trying to say, that he can be equated to the president?
He's equal to the president.
Speaker of Parliament, who has enormous experience in the House and also as a legislature, he's even a lawyer himself. He can make this...
No, we're talking about the position, not his personal achievement. The position that the president...
What has the position got to do with what you're saying?
The president is the number 1 person in Ghana.
He hasn't said he's the president.
No, I saw somewhere he's saying that he's equal to the president.
No, he said yesterday he made that clarity that he never meant that. He never
meant that.
Yeah, he never said that.
Okay, so when he's speaking, he should speak with clarity. So, and in even this particular case, there is no clarity in what he's saying.
What do you mean by that?
There is discrimination in terms of the daily trial. First of all, I think that it is in the best interest of Justice Quayson that the trial is being is going to be done daily. Why am I saying so? We have seen situations where people say that justice delayed is justice denied. We have also seen a situation where cases of this nature, that is a parliamentary trial, have run the life of parliament, of a certain parliament. That
a former Yawasu
West Wogon, Amu and Rebecca Aduti. Their case, for instance, it traveled the whole year, the whole period of the parliament of, I think the first parliament or second parliament. And, history is there to guide us. And when you have a situation, you have to look back. Even at the Mosekandi, he ran the course of parliament before he was incarcerated and eventually, had his death. And in this case, we have also had situations where the court want to cure a certain mischief. A mischief where people think that, oh, I can go and contest. When I win, the court will take interminable number of months or even years. And by the time the ruling comes, I would have served my term.
So what does the court want to do?
I'm saying that I am guessing. That
so you are
the
guessing?
Court take into consideration. Yeah, the court takes into consideration so many things. And to do daily trial or hearing is not uncommon. In the election petition, we've seen, because they want expeditious trial, they decided that, I don't know, the first one in 2013, it took us 8 good months. And because they have learned from the history, they decided that, no, you have to institute a certain rule so that within a certain period, it's done away with. And in this particular one, the court has a discretion to either do it daily, weekly, or monthly, or even every 2 weeks. The court can do any time, because if you look at the Constitution only says reasonable time, and that it should give reasonable time for the accused to have his defense. And the court is doing it on as a discretion, and in this particular one, let me re-emphasize.
You don't think the man is being hounded? It's just being frustrated.
Let me tell you, even before the elections.
You mean they are still off by election?
Before they are still off by election, he appealed to the court that the court should suspend the daily sitting until after the elections. And because the court is a court of law and then they understand everything, they granted him that. And now that he has become an MP elect, that is what I'm saying, that it is in his best interest that he sees the case is heard and, dispatch. Either, for him to get his fate. It will not be in the best interest of the people of Asin North for them to, for him to take so many months. Every day he's going and coming, and then the case is not ending. But when it is done expeditiously, and maybe he's exonerated, he can now focus on his parliamentary job. If he's incarcerated, then of course, we'll see what else that will be embarked on. But for him to say that we should dilly-dally, we should delay the matter, let him go and come maybe 2 months, one week, and all those things, I don't think that it will be in the best interest of the people of Asin North, even him, for the smooth operation of his parliamentary work. It will not be good for him, because psychologically, that would not be in the best interest. But let me also re-emphasize this point. I've heard a lot of people say that, oh, the court is against him and all manner of things. I think that he played the victim and won at Asin North. But I don't think
how did that happen? Didn't you monitor the election?
No, see.
On the day, and then activities prior to the day?
I'm saying.
So how did he play the victim?
He perpetrated wrong. against the Constitution and the people of Western North.
Are you the one determining that, or the court has to determine?
I'm not talking about this criminal matter because that one is still in court. But I'm saying that he, by flouting the laws of this country, perpetrated that wrong by, saying that he has renounced his allegiance to Canada when indeed that wasn't the case.
Okay.
That, to me, that he perpetrated wrong, and therefore he should be the perpetrator and not to play victim. You see, but this play into the NDC and their propaganda and lies that when it was the Musa Kandi, that was even done by the NDC. It was the NDC orchestration that took Adamu Sakandi to court, and then he was incarcerated and died. And when the same people, somebody from their fold, committed same offense, now they say that, oh, this particular one, it is against the law and all those things. But you see,
and it's what we say on the monetary situation in Liberia, court cases. I say the fact that say AG is being what a prejudicial. Our customer to my opinion, I prefer to some of the cassette, and that's in where they call your car, because he say, and Honorable Jim, the president for them 2 years. No more say more on judge before the jet. Only the moon transfer, no one change the jet. We are some now, some of my into a throw a word of caution, a minister. Just go for the madam. So only the on credit is cautiously on the way already all casa concerning case are still not ever court and say in Serbia Bagbin either chair agent say some I that no crime so say Uber commenting say oh also casa just you will be heard that make sure so we comment ha Ghana to be doing education is here the macro.